Alright, here we have a rather different looking camcorder, very unique, if I might say so myself. A Sony CCD-SC55 High 8 Handycam camcorder. My research was telling me this was made in 1996. Of course, that's when it was released to the public. Mine says it was manufactured in the second quarter of 1997. So let's get down to business, right? Over here, you got your little LCD screen. It's got a door that you can flip up, and these things over here keep it open. You can make it stick out if you want to, like in certain different positions like this, or even like this, if you're taking a video selfie. Of course, you can always do that in the mirror. If you're sitting down while taking videos with this sucker, you can always have it, I don't know, positioned like this and whatnot. And then if you want to close the screen, you can just do this. Push down on these little sides. It'll close the sucker right up. This camera, if I might say so myself, simulates that of a digital camera. But nonetheless, you got your zoom in buttons over here. It actually zooms in rather fast, like 1 second. Oh yeah, that's fast. It's about a few times faster than other camcorders I have, except for the ones with manual zoom levers, which are my favorite. You got your hi-fi stereo microphone up here, your lens, and the lens diameter, which says it's 4.2 millimeters to 42 millimeters. Got your Sony logo over here, Handycam logo, date and time, which is a standard feature on analog camcorders in the 80s and 90s. That's if you want to plaster date and time stamps on your video. You have a backlight control, and you even got a fader button. On the side, you have display and counter reset. Display turns the elapsed time and all that stuff. This is what you're going to see on the display screen, and when you hit that display button, it all goes off. Unless you push it again, it comes back up. Inside here, you got your little window that you can view the tape and how much of it you have remaining and how much you've used up. Here you got your recording lamp, which over here only you can see, and the battery light, which I'm guessing flashes when the battery goes dead. Menu, toggle switches, go up and down. Execute means you select this. Is that your option, and are you sure you want to go through with this? That's what that execute button is for. We've got a volume button and once again LCD brightness, just like on the Walkman, which I no longer have for the record. Up here you got some sort of picture controls. I never really know what I'm going to videograph, so I always got this sucker on the little green. But there are other modes too, as you see here. Here, you got 3 different recording modes. You can just push the record button, and then when you want to stop recording, you push it again. This mode over here allows you to just hold the record button as long as you're recording. Then when you let go of it, the recording stops. 5-second recording is an automated setting that if you don't want to record for too long, you just use this mode. Let's go ahead and power this sucker up, shall we? Down here tells you how much battery is remaining. Here you got the date. Let's push the time button and see what we got. That's the time button over here. It is 7:33 p.m. Here we got the date button pushed back, and the thing is, right, when the screen is positioned like this, none of the information comes up, not even the date. This is what the menu settings look like. We have wind, commander, don't know what that is, counter, orc to set, what the hell is that? Recording mode, LP, I love my extended recording. Title color, oh, this is the first one of those cameras that you can set title text to. I've had those before. Title position, title language. Apparently you can set title text. I don't bother with those because, like I said, I don't normally know what I'm going to end up videoing today or tomorrow or the day after that. You can even modify the camera to have it not beep and to not have that recording lamp. I got both of those turned off. And steady shot, I keep it on. With the SC55, I don't want a lot of shake on my videos, so it's best to leave that sucker on, you know what I mean? And here you got your clock settings. So you can set the date and time by going to your menu, or you can do the classic method, holding down the date and the time until you got those suckers to flash, and then one of the suckers is flashing. This changes whatever is blinking. The auto calendar on this thing is 33 years. We're on year 25. The JVC can last forever. And then if you want to set something else, you hit the time button, which can substitute as the next. I kind of already showed you everything. Oh, we kind of need to adjust the time a little bit. There we go. It's now 7:36. And with the fader button, there are two different sets of faders, and only two. You have the normal fader and the mosaic fader. Down here you got your S-video cable, which is hidden under this door over here. Over here you got your speaker, 40 times digital zoom steady shot, video cables, some kind of computer output. Here is where you put the battery. Only takes one size of battery, and that would be the newer generation Info lithium ion battery, newer than this NiCad. And then this is where your video cassette goes. So you got to pull down on this latch. And open up. Is the kind of tape it takes. This is actually a nicer make of those high 8 tapes. You know what I'm saying? Up here's a little screen with interchangeable controls depending on which mode we're in. So since we're in camera mode, up here you got title, focus lock, effect, and 16:9 wide. This sucker's got picture effects. Let's see what those are. And since this is one of those suckers that got picture effects, let's go ahead and try those out. That was the picture effects. And all the automated titles. With another JVC I had, you could do that. I just prefer to not bother with those half the time. This is the LCD brightness control in action. If it's too bright, you can easily just turn it down. I think the brightness is kind of messing with the battery level. And I charge this sucker's battery all the time, but then I never use it because life right now is not interesting. So I'm not really videographing much. This is the backlight control in action, which I never really use much. I have used it once though. This is what those controls look like when we're in player mode, also known as VTR. You've got rewind, play, fast forward, end search, stop, pause, record. I think this is when you've got another camera or another playback device of some sort connected to the camera, and I think you hold this record button down and then I think you press the button next to it. This is what end search does. That was what I last videographed, and this is how you hold the camera when you're videographing with it. And that was my review of the Sony CCD-SC55 digital camera simulator camcorder. We will see you in another overview video to come. Small camcorder, big section of controls to operate, as you saw here.